we have got something coming up on Father's Day that I have never, ever heard of, the way to celebrate Father's Day, but it sounds pretty good. Joining me right now, Ms. Patricia Tharpe. Patricia, thank you for being here. And seated right next to her, ladies and gentlemen, the Wildchild, Joey Kidman. Joey, thank you for being here today. A little later, Mr. Ben Masters, hadn't seen him in a month of Sunday, going to be live. You had a Father's Day wrestling match?
Yes, sir, Christian wrestling.
All right, Christian wrestling?
Yes,
that
sir.
That means they pray before they beat each other up?
I hope they do.
What is this, Patricia? Put me in the picture here, dear.
The wrestlers do their wrestling show, and then afterwards we have a minister that comes in and does testimony and call to the altar, and you can get saved by the Lord.
All right. Where is all this going to be on Father's Day?
In Vienna, Georgia, at Mount Vernon Baptist Church.
All right, you go out toward Lilly, up Georgia 90, there's a sign, hang a left.
Yes, sir.
Or if you're going north, coming south, come through Lilly, just outside of Lilly,
hang a right.
Okay, and you'll take your right there. 3 p.m.
3 o'clock.
Okay. Joey, have you done a match like this before?
Yes, I have. I wrestle 3 or 4 times a week all over the Southeast.
Okay. When'd you get in wrestling? How long have you been doing it?
I've been doing this for almost 4 years. November will be my 4th year. I'm 19 years old.
Are you kidding me?
No, sir.
You've been doing it 4 years?
Almost 4 years.
Wow, you were just a kid when you started.
Yes, I was 15 when I started out in wrestling.
Or what'd you do? Watch it on TV and said, that's what I want to do?
I watched it when I was, I was watching it when I was really young growing up, and I really wanted to do this. I saw guys like Bret Hart, and I saw Bret Hart, and I was like, I want to be like him when I get older, you know. I saw Raven, people like that. And that's what inspired me to do my dream.
All right. Well, now this is a Christian venue. It's going to be at the Mount Vernon Baptist Church. Is that a departure from what you normally do?
Not a departure, really. I believe religion and wrestling could go hand in hand. It's something definitely different.
Okay. You have put together a bunch of folks
Yes,
to
sir.
be on this card. It's called Fallout.
Yes, sir.
It's
Father's
a
Day
benefit.
Fallout.
By the way, it's a benefit thing for Miss Marie Purvis.
She's very ill. She needs dialysis, and we're trying to help her come up with the money to have her treatments.
Oh, yes, we want to do that. It's going to be at the Mount Vernon Baptist Church in Dooley County, June 17th, 3 p.m. Where are you going to put the ring, Patricia?
It's outside.
In
We're
the
having
shade?
an outside event. Yes, sir. We're hoping we can get it all arranged. It's going to be in the shade.
Okay. All right, I'm telling you this. Where do you wrestle, Joey?
I wrestle at Atlanta, usually on Fridays. I wrestle at Alabama on Thursdays sometimes.
On the road again?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How long are you going to do this? Are you getting beat up? I'm looking at your knees. Are you getting beat up here?
Yeah, my knees. I've never been injured, never broken a bone in my life, never tore a muscle. I would get sore from wrestling, though. There's a lot of pain involved.
Yeah. Okay. Who trained you? I mean, when you got started in this thing, I'm really fascinated how you got your career started.
I was trained by Jake Slater.
Are you kidding me?
Yes, sir.
Would you just walk up, say?
Well, I've had trainers before that, but they didn't really teach me as much as I could have been taught. I wasn't really ready. And I asked Jake, I was like, can you help me, get polished off and become better? Jake's like, sure.
You want to take the next step, you want to move up?
Jake's got me to that step, and he's continuing to get me even further than where I'm at now.
Okay, big leagues.
Big leagues.
Wow, that's unbelievable. I have never heard of this before, Patricia Tharpe.
We hope you can come.
All right, it's going to be on June 17th at the Mount Vernon Baptist Church in Dooley County, Father's Day Fallout. It's a benefit from Mrs. Marie Purvis. They got
$5 donation to get in.
$5 donation to get in. They got the real deal, Jake Slater, Dangerous Danny Horn, Drew Adler, Wildchild,
yes.
Joey Kidman, D.L. Norris, Kennedy Riley, Payne, Marvelous Michael Stephen, Adorable Anthony Andrews, The Jagged Edge, Siler Cross, Jay Fury, Marco Polo, and some others.
Plenty
It's going to be
more.
quite an afternoon.
Yes, sir. And we want to thank all our wrestlers. They're volunteering.
Wow, thank
all
you,
our
guys.
referees are volunteering.
Okay.
Everything's
Can we still
volunteer
boo the
work.
referee?
Yeah, one of them you can real good.
Okay, we just, that's part of it. You getting to boo the referee.
Yes, sir.
Because they're blind. They can't see anything.
You can boo anybody you want. That's the joy of it.
All right, it's something brand new. Are you hooked up with Ben Masters?
Yes, sir. We love Mr. Ben.
Is he helping you with this?
Yes, sir.
He knows the wrestling business. If anybody in the state of Georgia knows wrestling, it's Ben Masters, my dear friend. Okay. Trish Tharpe, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having
Joey, you
us.
stick around. We're going to take a break. When we come back, ladies and gentlemen, in person, live, first time he's been here and forever, back on television on TV 51, Mr. Ben Masters. That's coming up. Got the weather. Stick around. We'll be back right after this. Don't go away.
Sunday, June 17th, Mount Vernon Baptist Church presents Best Christian Pro Wrestling in Middle Georgia, featuring the real deal Jake Slater, Dangerous, Eddie Moore, Bradley, the Wildchild, Joey Kidman, Miguel Norris, Kenny Riley, the Monster Pain, Marvelous, Michael Stevens, Horrible, the Jagged Edge, Tyler Rome, Jake Curie, Marvelous, Marco Polo, and many more. A $5 donation will be accepted at the door with all proceeds going to help the rebirth. For more information, call 229-947-0048. We'll be there at 3 p.m. on June 17th for this amazing show.
Ever live on midday, we are glad to welcome back the one and only Ben Masters.
I'm glad to be alive, Phil.
I'm glad to see. How old are you now?
I'm 48. You believe that?
I'll tell the truth now.
I'll be 40. I'll be 49 in August.
Are you really?
That's the truth.
When I started working with him, he was 17.
Hadn't been that long to do it seems like, but it's we had some good times, didn't we?
We did. If you're a fan of Wrestlerama, I have people ask me from time to time, "Where's Ben? Why don't you guys do Wrestlerama again?"
Well, you never know, right? Be careful what you wish for.
That's right. It could happen. You know this guy?
I do know Wildchild Joey Kidman. What's up, man?
Look out.
And in fact, he reminds me a little bit of Austin Idol with brown hair.
Yeah.
Like the universal heartthrob over here.
Yeah. What's the state of wrestling right now? I'll be honest, I don't watch the stuff that's on the network.
Well, I'll tell you why the fans. There's a lot of reasons they need to come to Father's Day Fallout. And
Okay.
really, not only is it a benefit, and obviously this young lady, Miss Purvis, she
Yeah, we
needs
wanna
our
help
help.
her, yes.
And one thing I believe in is helping people.
Amen.
I believe in paying it forward. And it's just $5 donations. That's not much money. It's Father's Day, yes, but you can bring your dad out instead of buying him some ugly tie or something he's never going to wear.
Bring him to the wrestling match.
Bring him to wrestling, something he'll
He'll enjoy,
And
yeah.
that's a memory, Phil. And I know you have kids.
Oh, yeah.
I have kids. And one of the big things for fathers is memories.
Right.
And if you don't, and when fathers are gone,
Right.
those memories are what we have.
One time, Ben, my daughter Amy, we were having an outdoor match, and he let her sing the national anthem. She never did forget that.
That's right.
She was just,
And
oh,
she
that
did
was
a
the
great
biggest,
job.
biggest deal in the world to sing the national anthem. And we had a packed out house. We did out the
Williams Field.
Williams
Yeah.
Field, and it was standing room only.
That's right. And we've had some great. And this is why I want the fans to know, when you watch wrestling on TV today, it doesn't really resemble what we used to do. It's still wrestling, but a lot of it's, some of the words are not exactly appropriate.
and
some of the ladies are not selling wrestling, if you know what I
they're
mean.
not.
And
I don't watch it anymore. I'll be
basically,
honest.
when you come down here for Father's Day Fallout, you're going to see old school type professional wrestling where these guys actually get in the ring. You have good versus evil.
Yeah.
You like to cheer for the good guys. And these guys are actually all good guys. I hate to say it, but because they're working for a good
They're going
cause.
to donate their
They're
time.
donating their time, and they're going to give you a great show that day.
They're
on
not going to hold
Father's Day.
anything back. Joey, you going at full blast that day.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I always go at 100%.
You want to win.
And he is a wild child for sure, I can tell you that.
Wild in the ring.
He is wild out of the ring, too.
Have we got the matchups? Have we got the matchups yet? Do we know who we're facing?
Do you know who you're wrestling that day?
It'll be me and Drew Adler against
Tag team.
the best friends forever.
The BFFs, let me tell you, I know you haven't seen these guys. These guys are flamboyant. They're colorful. They wear hot pink.
Yeah.
They come out with feather boas.
Oh my gosh!
And I'm predicting big things for the BFFs. I don't like the way they wrestle. I don't like the way, sometimes I wonder about them.
Yeah.
But they're successful. And, sometimes success speaks for itself. And this guy he's talking about, Drew Adler, outstanding young athlete. You're going to see some great young wrestlers actually wrestling in the ring, and that's something you don't see every day.
Yeah, with some great moves. It's going to be Sunday, Father's Day, June 17th at the Mount Vernon Baptist Church in Dooley County. All right, say it's 3 p.m. It's an outdoor event. You might want to bring your lawn chair so you have a good place to sit.
And bring the whole family. Don't just bring Dad. Bring the mom.
$5 donation per person. Where else are you going to get it?
So after church, Father's Day, go get you a bite to eat and come on out to the matches.
You can't buy an ugly tie for $5.
You can't do it, and they won't ever wear it.
No, they're not. They're going to say, thank you very much. They're going to put it in the drawer somewhere.
It'll be the yard sale for 25 cents.
Yeah. All right, that's going to be Sunday, June 17th, Father's Day. Wildchild, Joey Kidman is going to be there among other people. Joey, thank you for being with us. Then I get asked this all the time. Fact up. Where are you? Is he dead? I said, no, I don't think so. But a friend of ours, and you and I did a piece on that right after he passed away, Ronnie Gossett. People ask me about Ronnie Gossett all the time. So was he genuine? Was he really like that? I said, yes, he was.
He was.
What you saw is what you got.
Ronnie P. Gossett was a genuine fella, and I'm proud to say he was a friend of mine.
Amen.
I know he was a friend of yours. He didn't always say things.
He didn't always be nice to me.
He wasn't always nice, but you knew that he meant it in a loving way.
Yeah. How'd you get started in wrestling?
Started going to wrestling shows at TBS back in the day when it was really...
But you also went over, you and I were fans of Fred Ward.
Yes,
Columbus, over at
Georgia.
Columbus, you know.
Columbus Municipal Auditorium every Wednesday night.
Yeah.
I'd go to Macon Coliseum every Tuesday night, and I told my mom and dad if I ever got a car, I was going every time it opened. And so that's what I did. And then I just finally, one night I was at a wrestling show, and the ring announcer didn't show up. And they said, can you do it? And I said, well, I've never done it, but yeah, I mean, why not? So I did it.
You knew it.
I've been doing it ever since.
Yeah, ever since. But you've been a promoter, and that's really where you...
It is.
Yeah, because you're a great ring announcer. I mean, you got to know how to do that.
Yeah, it's a whole show. You know, the referee even needs to know what he's doing. I mean, it's a lot of wrestling organizations fail because they don't see what the whole package is.
Right.
It's not just
the wrestlers per se. They are very important because they're what people come to see. But the ring announcer and the referee.
And the ring is important.
Ring.
You gotta have a good ring.
That brings up something else. Another friend of ours, all our friends are getting gone, Ted Allen, the Masked Nightmare.
Yeah, he actually died surprisingly and died with his boots on. He was getting ready to go wrestle. He never retired. Waiting on his match, he just had a shower, got dressed, got his boots on, and just passed out. He just had a brain aneurysm, and nobody expected it. And Ted was a great guy. And a lot of people
and the reason I brought that up, he was one of the guys that had really good equipment, and we used his ring a lot.
Yeah, he was the ring guy. A lot of times you'd see him with the mask off, setting the ring up, but people didn't always know who he was. But,
they didn't. But he came on the show a lot, but he always had the mask on when he came on. Masked Nightmare.
I want to point out that the real deal, Jake Slater, who's on the Father's Day Fallout, actually started out very early with us too. He was in some of the later stuff that we did in Core Deal, so he's not a stranger to Peach State Wrestling either.
No, he's an alumni. You own Peach State Wrestling. That name, that belongs to you.
That's me.
You see somebody else doing it, call him, because he's got the copyrights on that. Peach State Wrestling belongs to Ben Masters.
And Wrestlerama was a big part of Peach State Wrestling. I thank you and everybody here at
People watched that show, did they not?
They did. We had a 2-hour show on Saturday nights from 10 to midnight.
Unbelievable.
And, they were faithful followers. People still come up to me. There was a wrestling show recently in Core Deal, and they came up to me and they said, I used to watch you when I was a kid. And I'm like, really?
Oh, my gosh.
Okay.
Wait, is there, with shows like Joey's going to be on Father's Day up at Mount Vernon, are we starting to see a reversal, going back to what you and I call old school wrestling? Is that coming back?
I hope old school wrestling never dies. I think as long as you got wrestlers like Joey Kidman and Jake Slater and people that are coming up now, Drew Adler and the BFFs, I think that you're going to see a push for that, for what the fans really want to see. Yeah. You know, what Vince McMahon does is fine. I mean, that's sports entertainment. And it is what it is. You either like it or you don't. He makes a lot of money doing it.
I don't like it.
I'm sure you're not going to go away. No. But, you know, why can't we have both? Why can't we have old school wrestling too?
Yeah, when we had WCW.
Yeah.
Now that was similar to what we did here.
Right.
Very sad. And a lot of those stars came down here.
That's right. Glacier started out here. Ray Lloyd, Scotty Riggs. We talked about Marcus Bagwell earlier, had been injured. Fabian, he started out as Fabian here. We had a lot of guys that started out with us. Disco Inferno.
Tommy Wildfire Rich, I had him on the show a month or so ago.
Fired Up.
Yeah.
Somebody said something about Fired
He's
Up.
still going. He's still going strong.
Well, good wrestlers never die. They just keep going.
The referees, we mentioned them. They were a big part of wrestling.
Referees it's really a thankless job, though, if you think about it, because you can't call something you don't see.
No.
That wouldn't be fair.
No.
And because I might tell you anything.
Yeah, but the fan, he's got a hidden object.
He needs glasses. Referee needs glasses. I have had to referee matches before, so I can tell you it's not an easy job.
Yeah.
But
you had some good referees. You really did.
We did, and
that was part of the package.
One of my favorites, Ron West from Old Georgia Championship Wrestling. You know, he was one of the greatest referees. I mean, he just all over the ring and just. You got to be fast. And
boy, somebody get a pin, he slide down, bam, bam, bam.
You got to stay out of the way.
Yeah.
So it's a thankless job, but I'm glad we have good referees around, and hopefully we'll have some good ones in Georgia match.
All right, I'm going to put you on this spot. All-time personal favorite wrestler?
Mine? Mm-hmm. Well, I'm thankful to say that he's still alive, and he's a friend of mine, Mr. Wrestler #2.
Yeah, okay.
Johnny Walker, I can now say.
Yeah, he's
kind of come out with that. He lives in Hawaii. There's been a lot of imitators, a lot of people that claim to be Mr. Wrestler #2, but they're not. The real Wrestler #2 lives in Hawaii.
And we had him here, you had him in a promotion here, 10 or 12 years ago. Mm-hmm. And he came up to the station to an interview. I called my wife, and she came up because she'd always wanted to meet him.
We had he and Ole Anderson in the ring together for the first time, and I guess it had been 20 years.
Yeah.
Wrestling 2, to me, was the real deal. He didn't do a lot of high flying. He didn't do a lot of fancy stuff, but what he did was solid, and they knew he meant business.
Ivan Koloff, who is the
Russian Bear.
Yeah, Christian. Christian.
Yeah, there's a push, and I heard you talking earlier about the Christian push, and that is the thing that I want to really speak on real quickly. A lot of times, Phil, as a minister, you reach out to your community, you try to, but there's always someone you can't reach. You know, someone's not listening or doesn't want to hear or isn't available to see what you're doing. They're not going to come to church Sunday morning.
Right.
When you do a show like this, you're reaching out to everybody. You might have a wrestling fan there that they've never heard about Jesus Christ.
Amen.
And they may hear about it that day. So, I mean, it's an outreach thing. It's not just a wrestling match. And they'll have their opportunity to hear witnesses and hear people talk about their relationship with God. And, you know, it's just such a big, and that's an important thing about Father's Day. What better gift to give your father than not just a wrestling show, but to have it being a service of people where they're trying to draw closer to God.
Well, this is going to be at the Mount Vernon Baptist Church, Dooley County, Father's Day, June 17th, 3 p.m. It's a $5 donation. It's a benefit for Miss Marie Purvis. She has to have dialysis, and there is a unbelievable card they put together for this thing. You'll get your money's worth. I promise you that. Bring your lawn chair, bring your dad, and the whole family. Who's the scariest guy? I think I know who you're going to say. Did you ever book?
Well, you know who it was because he hurt me, Abdullah the Butcher.
Abdullah the Butcher.
Yeah, he threw a trash can at me one time and actually bruised my ribs because he fell on me.
Yeah, he's a pretty good-sized guy.
Yeah.
He was so
Bobby
molasses.
Fulton had to get him off of me with a chair. Thankfully, I had Bobby Fulton there. But
yeah.
Abdullah, you know, he's a very strange individual because he's a businessman, but when he gets out there in the ring, he becomes a different person. He doesn't listen to reason.
No, he doesn't. But everybody gave him a clear berth.
You're trying to interview him a whole lot of times.
No, I didn't. But
you might get the microphone.
Yeah. Then we had some other guys. You put together a tag team that was as popular as any tag team. They would rival, I think, the Rock and Roll Express, and that was the Blazers, and you put them together.
That's right. They came from Valdosta State College. They played football for the Blazers there. R.D. Swain and Sugar Ray Lloyd. Sugar Ray Lloyd, of course, later on became Glacier in WCW, but they were a very popular tag team. They wrestled all kind of people. They wrestled the Armstrongs. They wrestled the Fantastics. They wrestled all the tag teams that came down through here.
Joey's nodding. That must have been some of your heroes too, Joey, coming up.
My heroes growing up, there's so many. Ones that really stick out are guys like Mike Awesome, Bret Hart, Raven.
Okay.
Raven started here at Scotty the Body. That member started the Body. That was Raven.
Wow.
Yeah.
They all, so many of the biggies got their start in Peach State Wrestling.
We got to start somewhere, and we had some good matches.
Okay, what was the guy that came from Montezuma was always getting beat up?
Dale Lucas.
Who?
Dale Lucas.
Yeah, Dale Lucas.
He's still out there. Hello, Dale.
Hey, Dale, you watching?
He's an Emeritus.
Hey, well, he can see us over there.
Yeah, and he had a big mouth, didn't he? They call him the luscious one.
Yeah, luscious Dale Lucas.
We had some characters, didn't we?
We did, and we once.
Mike Golden, remember him?
Oh yeah, Mike.
Golden boy.
Wow, I hadn't seen Mike.
Yeah.
Is he still around?
He's a truck driver now.
Okay.
He's retired from wrestling, so now he's giving people a hard time on the road.
Okay. But
Bouncing Betty, remember her?
I do. I'm always worried that when I mention someone,
Yeah,
you're
you
going to
leave
tell me
somebody
they
out.
passed away.
Oh, no. Steve Lawler, Dennis Gale, all those fun
Yeah,
guys.
how Steve Lawler.
Steve Lawler still wrestles sometimes.
Yes.
He was a mean one. People
He
didn't like
was. And
wrestle.
Dennis Gale was a good wrestler. He was a farmer.
Right, and he's a farmer in Macon, Georgia, peanut farmer.
Yeah, and his daughter is a singer now.
Yes, she is.
In
Very
fact,
good
we've had her
singer.
on our show, and
Yeah, she's been to Nashville a couple of times, so she's doing pretty good.
wow. All right, when are we going to do this thing again?
Well, hopefully, I'm going to talk to the powers that be at the TV station and see if we can't do a Wrestler Rama reunion. Wouldn't that
Yeah,
be
that'd
something?
oh yeah. Ben's got tons of tapes of some stars of the past. He's got access to some of the old stars we might get
We got
now.
some bloopers nobody's ever seen. Phil.
Yeah, yeah, we cut those out.
We might have to show those late at night.
There's one that's floating around on YouTube right now with you and Ronnie Gossett and me.
Hey, right.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. You can look it up. Go to
See how much fun we have with Ronnie behind the scenes.
Yeah, go up to Wrestler Rama on YouTube and Google that up, and it's one of many bloopers.
So hopefully we can make that happen sometime.
I would like to do that, really would. All right, Wild Thing, Wild Child.
Wildchild, check him
Wild
out.
Child.
He's a wild thing too.
Yeah, Joey
What the
Kidman.
women say.
Good luck.
That's what they say.
Oh, let's show you a trophy. We hadn't even done that. He is Cordele Champion.
Cordele City champion.
Cordele City Champion. That is a nice trophy. And
I
he
bet some
wanted,
people like to challenge you for that too, wouldn't they?
Oh yeah, definitely.
we got to
That's
get you
the
back,
challenge.
have you in the ring.
Do you know who the former Cordele City champion was? Rob Van Dam.
That's right.
Yeah, he went to TNA now. He's been a big star in WWE, but he started here and he was the champion
Robert
before
Van Dam.
Joey.
I forgot
so
about him being
what's
here.
that tell you?
Wow.
We had Tuco Scorpio was the Cordele City champion. Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff, Rock and Roll Express Ricky Morton. So he has some big shoes to fill.
You got some, there's some legends ahead of you, dude.
You choose to fill.
All right, he'll be at the Mount Vernon Baptist Church Sunday afternoon, 3 p.m. Father's Day, and a bunch of other guys will come and see Joey Kidman, Wild Child.
And what Freddie Miller would say.
Right.
Don't miss it.
No.
Be there.
Thanks, Ben. Thanks, Joey. Thanks very much. All right, we'll take a break. We'll be back in a moment. When we come back, we're going to go to the Fishing Rodeo, part of our Watermelon Festival. Cordele Kiwanis Club sponsors this every year, and that's coming up. Midday continues right after this. You never know what you're going to see here. We'll be back.